Just days after getting swept by the Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs to end a season that started with championship expectations after assembling the big three of Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal, Suns owner Matt Ishbia said that his team was in a great position and their starting five will be back next season, and that, quote, the narrative that the house is burning down is incorrect. Suns GM James Jones also had some things to say specifically about Kevin Durant. Take a listen.
That's a constant focus for us, is to continue to figure out how to maximize Kevin Durant. No one's done it yet. I believe we'll be the first team to do it. And when he's playing at the highest level, he makes us a really, really good team, and we're damn near unbeatable.
All right, Stephen A., I'm going to start with you on this one. What is your reaction to what Jones said?
Well, I was more looking to react to what Matt Ishbia said, the owner for the Phoenix Suns, because he was talking about the starting five coming back and what they were going to do and what they were capable of. And I just wanted to say that it was one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard from an owner in the NBA. What the hell was he watching? Not to mention the timing couldn't be more awful. Really, literally, you just got swept. Okay, and those are the words. I mean, that's really, really enthusiastic to say to a fan base, hey, come on back. Come on and support us. We just got swept, but we ain't changing anything. Everything's going to be just fine. We just got swept, but we going to be all right. That's just dumb. I'm not saying he's dumb. Of course not. He's probably a very brilliant man, but that was a very idiotic statement on his part, and it appears to have trickled down to some degree with Mr. James Jones, who I'm very, very fond of. I like him a lot. I believe in him. I think for the most part in Phoenix, he's done a good job. But some of the things that he's saying about Kevin Durant makes no sense. One of my boys, Champ, who gets on my nerves, and I usually block him half the time because he makes no damn sense when it comes to LeBron James. He just seems like he's smoking something. But he does make a good point on many, many occasions when he talks about Kevin Durant probably needing a facilitator. And he makes a very valid point there. Let me tell y'all something about Kevin Durant. This dude that James Jones says, you know what? We are the ones that's going to figure out how to best utilize Kevin Durant. Tim Legler and Andraya Carter, am I correct? Did Kevin Durant win 2 titles? He had 2-time champion? I'm just trying to make sure I remember. I'm just trying to make sure. Isn't he a 2-time league MVP? When I'm looking at it, doesn't he have 4 scoring titles? Only Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain have more. Doesn't he have 2 NBA Finals MVPs? Only Jordan, LeBron, Shaq, Magic, and Tim Duncan have more. Isn't he a career 27.3 point per game scorer, which ranks 4th all time in the history of basketball with a minimum of 750 games, trailing only Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and Elgin Baylor? Isn't that Kevin Durant? I think it is. My numbers say it is. My stats tell me it is. My data tells me it is. I think that's Kevin Durant, who, by the way, has more NBA Finals appearances because, again, 2 titles in 4 seasons in Golden State, okay? He has more NBA Finals appearances in 16 years than the Suns franchise has in 56 years of existence. But somehow it's going to be you. You're going to be the one that brings out something in him at age 35 that we haven't seen over the last 16 years. Really? Really? There's certain things. And we get crucified for this, especially me, because far be it for us to tell the truth. Far be it for us to tell the truth. I mean, far be it for us to sit up there and go like this. This is what the data shows. This is what the number shows. I'm just giving it to you. It's such a crime in this day and age. I don't know if you knew this, Tim Legler. I don't know if you knew this, Andraya Carter. Telling the truth is actually hazardous to your professional career and, dare I say, your livelihood. Simply pointing out the facts is a problem. But we going to sit up there and we going to listen to executives who literally just had broomsticks thrown in their face because they got swept. Look at a 3-headed monster that's getting paid $150 million next year, 50, 50, and 49.3 respectively, okay? And gonna tell us we ain't changing nothing. We gonna roll it back. Really? Wow. What a way to really ingratiate yourself with season ticket holders and that fan base in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm just so touched. I mean, maybe I need to step back and watch and learn a little something about marketing or whatever, because clearly they're seeing something that I don't.
What the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing and expecting different results. For Matt Ishbia to say we have this starting five and we're good is actually insane, because I don't think you're going to get any different results with this starting five. There are already too many question marks. Who's going to play the point guard? Is Bradley Beal going to be healthy? Those two question marks alone have to be solved if you keep this starting five. So that's the first thing. Matt Ishbia, you have a lot more to figure out than just small little tweaks. The thing with James Jones that I want to touch on, Stephen A., well, one, you said it, Kevin Durant has been unlocked. Two, for James Jones to say they're going to be the team to unlock him when they may have utilized him in the worst way all season long. Like, you're the furthest away from unlocking Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant took more corner threes than double his career average. What he averaged as far as field goal attempts from the three-point line in the corner on his career, he took double that this season. So to think you're going to unlock Kevin Durant when all this season you mostly kept him in the corners seems very far off to me. Both statements are far off. You had a lot more question marks in the starting five, and you're a lot further away than unlocking Kevin Durant than other teams he's been on.
To get to the James Jones point, and Dre, you brought up some good points. On first of all, you're talking about maxing out who he is going forward when you just had a sample size in which I don't think Kevin Durant was utilized to his best. What he's trying to do is trying to say, hey, the best yet to come, Kevin Durant. There's a lot more there for Kevin Durant. I don't think anybody really, number one, at this stage of his career is buying into it. Kevin Durant is still a great player, but you're not going to all of a sudden see something going forward that we have not seen from Kevin Durant that is better than what his previous 15, 16 years in the league have been. The guy won an MVP. He was at his best, I believe, in Oklahoma City. If you really wanted to see the absolute best version of Kevin Durant, they just couldn't break through and get that ring while he was paired up early on with Harden and Westbrook when they were just puppies, and then when it was just he and Westbrook trying to get past the Warriors. They couldn't quite get over the finish line. I think that was the best version that we've seen of Kevin Durant and that we will ever see of Kevin Durant. Doesn't mean he's still not great, but we're not going to all of a sudden see some reinvention of Kevin Durant. Now you're going to max out the efficiency of an all-time efficient player in this league and one of the greatest scoring talents this league has ever seen. That's not still to come. And that's what James Jones is trying to pitch, and that's what Ishbia is trying to pitch to the fan base. And all of it adds up to we need a 2-minute report on what those two guys said. Let's see a 2-minute report on that to get all the errors that were said in what Matt Ishbia and James Jones had to say to their fan base.
And listen, I'm going to throw Isaiah Thomas out there. I'm going to throw Isaiah Thomas's name out there because that's my brother. I love him to death, 2-time champion, member of the Bad Boys Hall of Famer, one of the greatest guards in the history of basketball. I know he has Matt Ishbia's ear. What's up, bro? I listen to you. Most people who know basketball listen. When Isaiah, listen, you can sit up there and criticize Isaiah Thomas all you want to. When the man talks basketball, you got to listen. He makes a lot of sense. I think we both know that, Andrea, Tim. We both know that about Isaiah Thomas. I mean, Matt Ishbia does have your ear. What the hell going on? What the hell are y'all talking about? Stock options, popcorn companies or something? It clearly ain't basketball if he's uttering those kind of quotes. I mean, what's up, Isaiah? Somebody got to get in this man's ear. Somebody got to get in this man's ear because we can't expect James Jones to do it because James Jones works for the man. Yeah, James Jones works for the man. I mean, I don't understand. We going to get the best out of Kevin Durant. What? I mean, what? This Kevin Durant we talking about here. We can be critical of Kevin Durant based off of some of the things that we have seen because no one's perfect. All of us have imperfections in dissecting and analyzing and evaluating the game. We can point stuff out. But from an overview perspective, let's understand something. This is one of the greatest plays we've ever seen in the history of basketball. This brother's a 2-time champion. And regardless of the greatness of Steph Curry, regardless of the greatness of the Splash Brothers, Kevin Durant was the best player on that team. Now, damn it, he never seems happy. It always seems to be something wrong. It never seems to be enough. But that's about the lone criticism that you can give to him. He's a great dude. He's really, really smart. He's good people. He's a phenomenal player, okay? And the fact is, when some executive, I don't give a damn who it is, comes out and says, we gonna get the best out of him, when you don't have a single championship to show in your franchise's history, and this brother's got 2, along with 2 NBA Finals MVPs, it makes me wonder what the hell is in the air out there in Phoenix.